All right, everyone. So, long time no see. Mainly, I wasn't able to make content regularly because of COVID. I was just not able to travel. At the same time, I was finishing my university degree. So, I just had a whole lot of stuff going on, which made it literally impossible for me to make content. But big news, I'm back now. Even the bigger news is I've moved back to Thailand permanently now. I'm actually filming this from my new house in Thailand right now. Got a lot of exciting things going on. I'm starting a whole new reptile collection from scratch. Yeah, but I hope that really soon I'll be able to do somewhat more regular content. I can't at this point promise weekly videos as it was before, but I promise I'll really make an effort to try and get at least some content out for you guys whenever I have time. But before we get into this first video back, I'm part of a really cool project called Secret Snake Society, which is basically a collection of NFTs which aims to provide real-life experiences with reptiles for people all around the world. I'm going to be totally honest here with you guys. My intention is not to sell anything directly to you guys. This is not like a sales ad or something. More so than getting snake enthusiasts to buy these, my goal is to get NFT enthusiasts to buy these. And for that to happen, there needs to be people talking about it, and people who are interested in NFTs will take this way more seriously if they see that people are sharing it and talking about it. So all I ask of you guys is that if you could please take 1 minute out of your day and share this on social media. I'll leave links down below. That would help me out really much. Anyway, enough of that, and let's get into the first video. All right, so we just got a call from a guy who was clearing some land, and apparently he had like this concrete ditch or something, and there's a cobra inside it, and apparently it can't get out. So he's not at the land anymore, but he gave me some directions how to get there. So we're about to go see if we can find it.
5 minutes later. Hours later.
I think I need to call this guy again.
Hiya.
Hi, it's me again. I've gotten to, then turn left after 300 meters, and then I'll
About
see.
300 metres, yeah, you'll come up a nice creek road with a new mining project facing you. I'm actually come there now and I'm waiting for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
75 years later.
I'm pretty sure this is the guy. So we're gonna follow him and he's gonna show us where the snake is.
Eventually.
So he's right there, resting on that piece of trash. Oh, and he's looking at me. All right.
That floating thing fell in there, so
Uh-huh.
he's been able to rest on that, I think.
That potentially would have saved its life because
Yeah.
the cobras, they're not really aquatic, so for sure it would have drowned
Yeah.
at some point. Well, I'm gonna hand the phone off to Moon, and maybe because these do spray venom in the eyes up to like 2 or 3 meters.
Yeah,
So
I've read.
I'm gonna use my visor.
Yeah.
You should use your visor. You can come closer. You can come here. Just keep the thing down. Come right over here. Yeah, that was easy. Quick voiceover because the wind got really bad there for a second. But it was clear as soon as I got the snake out that it was totally exhausted and did not have enough strength to act defensively. As you can see, it made absolutely no attempt to hood and hardly reacted to me as a threat at all. Lovely little Siamese Spitting Cobra.
Does look cool.
I'm glad he's still alive anyway.
Yeah, he wouldn't be for too much longer.
No.
I guess. He's very skinny and weak from being in there for ages, so
Yeah, I've got no idea how long. But you should do the same.
I think maybe I'll take him back to my house, get 2 or 3 meals in him, and then,
Alright, yeah.
and then let him go. Let me get the bottle out the bag.
You're used to this, I guess.
Every now and then people will call. You want to touch it?
No thanks. I've learnt a lot being a member of the wine snake group, certainly.
Yeah.
We have banded kukris in the garden and bronzebacks and things, so we have them, which I know now.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure whether, because rat snakes are that colour, aren't they?
Rat snakes are generally a bit lighter, and the rat snakes
Lighter, okay.
and the rat snakes always do have some sort of pattern or texture, whereas these are just pure jet black. Pretty much in the Hua Hin area, if you get a snake that's like jet black, like the whole body, it's almost always one of these.
Right. Oh well, that's
There we go.
easier said than done.
Alright, so it's about 10 minutes later now. We've got home. I didn't really get a good look at it while we were out there, so I'm gonna have a look now. But I could already tell that it's very weak from probably being in there for quite a while. So I don't think it's absolutely necessary for me to wear eye protection. Oh, it stinks. So the first thing I need to do is just wash it. Just trying to get off all of that gunk from that gross water-filled hole that he was in. Alright. We should be all clear. Alright, so we've washed it now. I've dried it, so now actually for the first time I'm able to get a really decent look at it. And as you can see along the spine here, it has quite a lot of scale damage, and that would just be from being stuck sitting in that water for who knows how long, but judging by this, I think very long. You see how cloudy her eyes are? That's because, I'm not sure about this, but I think she actually has a stuck shed, which would have occurred because she wasn't able to shed because she was in the water. So I'm definitely not gonna release her straight away, because if she does have one or even several stuck sheds, that could cause big problems for her. So I'm gonna keep her for a while and try get some meals in her and make sure that she manages to have a proper shed before being able to release her. I think she's very calm, so I'm actually gonna let go of her head for a moment, and I don't think she will really do anything. As you can see, she is extremely tired and exhausted from sitting on top of that bottle for ages. And if you come in real close, you can see over here she's got some real nasty scale damage as well. This is like, almost looks like rot of some sort. I'm gonna take care of her for a while, and when she's back in good health, we're gonna let her go in an area not too far from where she was found. All right, so fast forward, I would say about 2.5, maybe even 3 weeks. I've still got the cobra that we got out the well the other day. Well, the other week. I'm gonna take him out now and give you guys another look. We've just had a very simple setup to keep everything as clean as possible so that the rot doesn't get any worse. And there we go. But as you can see, his skin condition is a lot better. He had one shed. We got off the eye caps that were stuck last time on his face, so now he can see properly. And he's still relatively well behaved for the species. A lot of the time they will actually spray quite readily. He does hood up a little bit, and you'll see that on the side of her hood, when she hoods up, it's quite flat on the side here, and that is because she actually has some broken ribs, because the part that expands for the hood is actually their ribs, and when some of those break, their hood sometimes doesn't look the perfect shape that it's supposed to be. But this would have been a very old injury, because she's behaving totally normal, and this is not in any way going to hinder her whatsoever. So it doesn't look as good as normal, but this will not be any problem for her in the future. As you can see, she is way more energetic now than before. Very alert, active. I did get 2 meals into her as well. I wanted to film that for you guys, but unfortunately she is very shy because she is from the wild, so she wouldn't actually eat in front of me. I had to leave the prey inside her enclosure overnight, and the next morning it was gone. So yeah, she had a nice full shed, Now we're gonna bag her up and go bring her back to an area close to where we found her. I should be able to do this one-handed. We've already messed with her quite a bit, so I'm not gonna do a lot more handling. I'm just gonna more or less just let her glide out on her way, or on his way. Still never figured out what it actually is. Just give you guys one last look at this little beauty. There you can see again what I was talking about earlier, that on the right side of the hood, you can see it's not the normal shape that a cobra hood typically is. On the right there, it's a bit flat. That's just because there's 2 or 3 ribs in that segment that are broken, but as I said earlier, this will not be any issue for her whatsoever in the future, so she will be totally fine. So yeah, we're just gonna gently let her cruise off on her way. All right, let's go.